Hey, this is Dirk Keyes, and I'm still here in Ojai, California. And actually, I've been talking with Rick Keyes. We're kind of at a truce here for a little bit because he's so stressed out he isn't able to do his show anymore. So I'm doing the show for him since I'm here in Ojai, California. So he did give me some names of artists and musicians that he wanted me to play. So I decided I'll play them rather than dark stuff that I did for Halloween. So before we get to the back here, what's happening here in Ojai, California, let me go ahead and start just telling you what these CDs are. So here's a brand new one. Rick says came into his Rick Keyes Music Caravan corporate headquarters here in Ojai, California. Paul Filipowitz, I guess that's called, and he has a new release called Breakwater. Paul Filipowitz. Here's another new one from Ryan Hart. Be About It. Pretty colorful, unlike me. And then I think there's one last song that Rick wanted to hear from this CD he found at a thrift store, and it's called Gospel Heritage. And a lot of great a lot of great music on there. I don't know if I can say that word. I think God may have held my tongue there for a minute, but hopefully not. Let's continue. Another one that Rick Keyes found in a thrift store. Kid Ramos and Greasy Kid Stuff. There's the blue line's gone. Pretty handsome dude there, that Kid Ramos. Not as handsome as me, but not everyone is so blessed. Another new one. Not a new one. Another new one that Rick Keyes found at a thrift store. It's from Robert Cray, and it's called Some Rainy Morning. Okay, all right, adjust that, Robert Cray. Now I know where the blue line is. Robert Cray, Some Rainy Morning. A lot of great music on there right here. Rick Keyes found some music from good old Ireland, some Irish music, authentic Irish music. He says the Wolf Tones, Irish to the core. And a lot of great songs on that one. Well, Rick Keyes said, while we are traveling in the continent, which continent was that? The Wolf Tones, same continent, Ireland. Okay, well, now we're going to switch over to France. And this is another one that Rick Keyes found at a thrift store. It's called Paris, and it's a bunch of French music. Still out of the country, Rick Keyes traveled to Nepal, Nepal, not to be confused with Nipple. Nepal, Prakash Slim, 8,000 miles to the crossroads. Now you know what. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. All right, another one, another out of towner. This gentleman is actually in California, and but he is originally from Brazil. Fernando Naranja and Black Soul. Ooh. Oh, I like that Black Soul. Time keeps rolling. Here's another one of his. And Fernando actually has a new one coming out. So Rick Keyes may be able to get that and play that soon if he ever gets off his stress-related leave. Just to be even more eclectic, Rick wanted to throw in another one he found at the thrift store, African tribal dances. That should be interesting. And now this one was a find. Definitely Rick Keyes said he found this one. And he loves this one. It's Funk Parliament. So Parliament and all sorts of great music on there. So we're going to get funky here. And after the funk, we're going to go to Rev Payton's Big Damn Band, brand new release called Honeysuckle. And so anyway, that's what we're going to start out with. Now, Rick Keyes said we're going to do the RMR chart, but I got to tell you what's going on here in Ojai, California. So anyway, my friends are still here. None of them left, as you can see. Let's see what's going on over there. Remember the mummy? So the mummy is actually learning how to surf here in Ojai, California, doing. And there's skinny Keyes. We call him skinny skeleton Keyes. He's showing his prowess, handstanding on that same surfboard that Mummy is in. The moon is still shining here in Oside, California, and it looks like the affair between the Witch Keyes. We also call her Nancy, named after a famous California, what is she, representative of some sort. Actually, it looks like Nancy quite a bit there. So that's Nancy Keyes, and she's a witch, and was trying to get something going with the Mummy Keyes, but I guess it was too dead for her to get any action out of it. So she's hanging out with Count Keyes again. That's Count, K-O-U-N-T, Count Keyes. And so anyway, it looks like Count Keyes said, hey, Nancy, I want to be cool like you. Where did you get that hat from? So they looked around and they actually took that hat away from the mummy. And now Count Keyes is wearing it. And it looks like Count Keyes is going in for some action there, grabbing a little witch titty, witch booby, witch. But anyway, so that's what he's doing. And look at what Nancy's doing. She's grabbing the Count schlong. So anyway, oh, I forgot to tell you. We all know, well, you not all know, but a lot of you know about the kindness. Oh, I hate that term. The Kindness Matters Motel. They won't let me in there. Well, there it is. So that's the Kindness Matters Motel, and the tiki bar is on top of the Kindness Matters Motel. So I kind of had to sneak into the tiki bar with a mask, not this mask, not this face. And I did get into the tiki bar, had a few drinks, and I actually bought this cool shirt. What's it say? It says Keyes Tiki Bar and Lounge. So I bought that shirt and I'm wearing it proudly. So now, speaking of proud, we're going to continue with the RMR chart. By the way, if you're listening from a foreign country and you don't know who the hell I am Dirk Keyes, and I'm one of the members of the Keyes family. There's a lot of us, but I'm the one that's not really liked, and I kind of like sneak into Ojai, California, once a year around Halloween because I escaped the mental institution for the criminally insane. However, that's how I got here, and Rick Keyes is still out on a stress-related leave. I guess he just can't handle the fame, especially all the fame coming from India. India loves him, and especially the Indian men in the age range of like 21 to 45. They love Rick Keyes. I don't know why, but I wish they'd love me. No, I won't say that. All right. So anyway, that's why, and he's still out. I'm still in Keyes corporate headquarters, and I'm having some fun. So he did say, Dark. Actually, if you didn't know, excuse me, my real name is Dirk. So it's Dark Keyes or Dirk Keyes. So anyway, but most people just call me Dark because I wear black all the time. So on the RMR chart, let's start here. Oh, by the way, I did mention Count Keyes, didn't I? He's the one in the back with the blue hat. So he wanted me to look at this coffin. Remember the one I thought that was booze? It wasn't booze. It was a little. It was actually Count Keyes. I don't know if it's a son or daughter, but it was Count Keyes' baby at one time. Not a baby. That sounds disgusting. It was Count Keyes' vampire child there. And anyway, so what happened? So he wanted me to show that Yeah, it was actually a female. I wasn't sure what it was because it had no clothes on there. But anyway, so that is Count Keyes' daughter. Don't know the name of the daughter, but she goes back in the box, and hopefully one day I'll get to meet her with skin on. Let's continue. Okay, so if you are from the cool countries of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Philippines, Nepal, Nepal, not Nipple, Nepal. What else we got there? Sri Lanka, and basically any place in the world. If you haven't heard of Rick Keyes Music Caravan, hopefully I'm doing a good representation while he's out on stress-related leave. Speaking of stress-related, I think after this show, I might have to head back over to the tiki bar that I told you about. That I bought that shirt, the Rick Keyes Tiki Bar and Lounge. So I am the proud owner of that shirt. Okay, RMR chart basically is Roots Music Report chart. It's a bunch of DJs, on-air personalities, not like Rick Keyes. He's an internationally known on-air personality. Radio, satellite, whatever. But this is on YouTube, so probably one of the most fun and eclectic YouTube shows in the world at the moment. So at number 50 on the RMR chart, and I failed to finish that up, Roots Music Report. So basically, the genre blues, and it's a bunch of those DJs and on-air personalities actually taking music and put it on a playlist. He gets music from record labels, major record labels, and also promoters, cool promoters, or some promoters that are not cool. They don't send Rick Keyes new release CDs. They say look it up on download and or download it. And Rick Keyes says, you know what? I only play music that I hear on a CD. The reason being because Rick Keyes has to show the CD to the audience so you know that it's the one you're getting. So, hint, hint, promoters, Rick Keyes does not take downloads. So, let's continue. Ronnie Baker Brooks from Alligator record label, one of the highly respected record labels in the blues industry. Blues in My DNA at number 50. Okay, here's a new one, another new one. It's Bob Corritore. And Rick Keyes tells me Bob Corritore. Rick Keyes tells me Bob Corritore puts out new CDs like he changes his underwear. It's like almost weekly, or no, I don't know how often he changes his underwear, but at least it seems like he puts out a new release every month. But what he did was kind of unique. He is a super hot harmonica player or harp player, if you don't know what that is in those foreign countries. Harp player. And he's played with all the greats, all the blues legends, and very smart man. He actually saved all the times he played with those blues legends, recorded them, and he's got a vault full of music, and he keeps popping out new CDs. So here's one early blues sessions when he was with some of the early legends like Little Milton. Who else can I see without dropping that? Pine Top Perkins, Bob Margolin, even Tomcat Courtney, locally from San Diego County, is on there. So there's that. At number 37, Gary Burnside. So I'm going to have a treat with you. I'm actually got well, I didn't. Rick Keyes actually got a shirt from Gary Burnside and this CD, which is really good, and it's on the RMR chart right now. And Rick says he's talking with Gary about doing something with his father, R.L. Burnside's home that Gary grew up in. And I believe Gary is the son of R.L. Burnside. So you're going to hear other Burnsides coming up. So that's Gary at number 37. I believe Gary is from Mississippi. Also, I have to verify that. Okay, so John Primer is definitely from Mississippi. He has a new release at 32. It's called Grown in Mississippi. Now, I told you there are other Burnsides, didn't I? Okay, well, Kent Burnside is the grandchild of R.L. Burnside. So that must mean, if I can put two and two together, that Kent Burnside is a son of R.L., but I'm not sure if it's Gary or not. Okay, we'll look further. Another Burnside. I didn't see him. Rick Keyes, losing my vision, losing my mind, losing my mind. Sorry. Now I look like a nun. Okay, so anyway, we did Kent Burnside, didn't we? Yes, we did. This one isn't in the RMR chart because it actually, no, you got to do this backwards. Hold on. Now I can't see shit. But anyway, so now it looks like I'm losing my hair. Okay, Kent Burnside was number 31. Cedric Burnside is a cousin, so he must be the grandson of R.L. Burnside, somewhere along the line. Kind of confused. I have to do more research on that. Remember, I'm only here for a brief time. So there's that. There was he put out two really good ones. Cedric Burnside did, and let me see if we can fix this. Now it's looking ridiculous. Oh, no wonder my facelift my facelift failed. It fell down. All right, so much for that. Kirk Fletcher. No, we did RL. So Gary Burnside, the son of RL Burnside, I told you I bought his shirt, and I'm going to donate some. Not me. Rick Keyes is going to donate some money to the RL Burnside renovation of his Gary's original home, I guess. And so that is here it is. Too bad Jim R.L. Burnside. It was really cool that Gary, I bought his CD and he sent me another one. But I said, hey, I don't have any of your dad's music. Could you send me one? And sure enough, he sent me one with two beautiful shirts. Well, he didn't send them to me. He sent them to Rick Keyes. Two beautiful shirts. And he said this was his own copy of his dad's album. Rick Keyes felt really bad and was going to send that, well, is going to send that back to him if that is his dad's. Rick Keyes can find another version somewhere. All right. I'm talking more than normal. Sorry, I'm in the mental institution, 364 days out, and the only one to talk to is myself because they have me in isolation. So anyway, I am just kind of like spouting off now because I'm so happy to be outside. Ojai, California. And number 15, Kirk Fletcher has a new release. Keep on pushing. I've known some women that have told me that. Keep on pushing. Now, let me see here. Devin Allman, he is at number 12. Summit. Another alligator label artist. DK Harrell, Talking Heavy. And last but did I tell you that one number one? Talking Heavy, DK Harrell was number 6. Number 6. And last but not least, at number 5, Roomful of Blues, also from Alligator record label, stepping out. So before my cape falls over, or I have another facelift failure, I'm going to end this. You all know what's happening here in California. And I'm getting pretty comfortable here in Rick Keyes' seat. If you like me, put a big on YouTube. First, you got to go to YouTube, apparently. go to YouTube, look for Rick Keyes Music Caravan, and that's Keyes, Keyes. You subscribe, and then you can do the thumbs. That helps spread the bad news of Rick Keyes Music Caravan all over the place. And the thumbs, and then there's a like, dislike. Make sure you, since it's Rick Keyes, I'd say make sure you dislike it. And then what else to do? I mentioned the thumbs, the bell. Clang that bell as loud as you can. Clang that bell, don't go to hell. Clang that bell, you'll find out why that Rick Keyes is the one that's the guy. So anyway, forget the hell part. Let's continue. And last but not least, you can get Rick Keyes Music Caravan, Keyes, Rick Keyes Music Caravan on Facebook. Subscribe that way too. But the best way is YouTube. So this is Dirk Keyes or Dirk Keyes. Hey, by the way, if you haven't seen my Halloween show, it's like going crazy on YouTube. Crazy, I'm used to that. On YouTube, it's got something like 5,000 views so far. So it's gonna be a Halloween classic. You pull that out every once a year. That's about what I do. But you pull it out once a year, and, and then you can listen to it over and over again. But it's doing well, but that is a podcast. So when you go to this Rick Keyes Music Caravan YouTube, there's a playlist. There's a podcast. So the playlist is what this one is. A weekly playlist Rick Keyes does, and then on podcast, I don't know the difference, but anyway, on podcast, I have a show. It's called the Dark Keyes Halloween Music Show, something 2025. So look for that. You'll enjoy it. See you later. Still here in Ojai, California. Love you. Maybe I don't love you. But anyway, stay tuned.